Hey guys, welcome back. This video we're just gonna be going over some of the best equips that you could use for the it's been a while, but Legends Limited Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. Uh, you can probably tell by now this unit is busted, as is every Gohan unit that's ever released in this game, pretty much. But yeah, as he's a Hyper Saiyan, he does have access to a lot of different equipment, but obviously some are better than others, and that is what we are going to be going through today. So roughly the same order as the previous one, I'm going to be going over pretty much must runs first. Then we'll go through like unit or team specific ones, and then we'll move on to defensive equipment in the last bit. So let's just jump straight in. First one is going to be this one. This is one of the most recent Awaken equipment that have released. I believe it released either 4 weeks ago. Can't remember, but it's very strong on a full Hybrid Saiyan setup. This is for Hybrid Saiyan and Melee. This is an Awakened equipment, so having a Bonanza up while you farm this is pretty necessary. It's giving 15% base strike defense, and it's giving 18% to base strike attack and base blast defense. And then slot 3 is giving 5% to strike attack and blast defense per Hybrid Saiyan battle member. This is a very, very powerful equipment just because the overabundance of stats of both base and pure. Slot 3 especially, giving max 15% to pure strike attack and blast defense on top of these base stats is a pretty powerful equipment. That's gonna let your unit it's gonna let them both tank and deal damage a lot more than it would without the equipment. So usually equipments of this caliber having both sides of the spectrum are pretty rare. Usually, nowadays at least, equipment are either one-sided. So this equipment is a good balance of both. And it's not even just a good balance, it's just a very, very powerful stat buffer. Next up, tried and true, very trusty equipment. This is the first ever Awakened equipment. This is the Hybrid Saiyan, the infamous Hybrid Saiyan equip. It is giving 15% base strike defense, and then it's giving up to 24% pure offenses per Hybrid Saiyan battle member. If you're running a full Hybrid Saiyan team, this is a must run, 100%. Especially if your Gohan is at higher stars, because pure stats is gonna scale better. But I mean, 24% to pure offenses, pretty much a must run. These two are very much must runs on a full Hyper Saiyan equip or setup, because these two combined, it's giving 24 and then 39% pure strike attack. That's pretty crazy. But yeah, Awakened equip, again, you most likely want a Bonanza to go with this to farm, just make your life easier. And next up, we have a co-op equipment. That co-op equipment. So it's gonna be very annoying to farm. I know. I only have like 1 or 2 of these. Just wait for Bonanza and exchange your medals if you have enough. But yeah, this is kind of very similar to this one here, but this is a little more defensively oriented. It's giving 10% to pure or base offenses, and then it's giving 20% pure defenses, as well as 10% to pure offenses when 3 battle members are Hybrid Saiyan. So another full Hybrid Saiyan setup team or setup equipment. Obviously, again, this is more defensively oriented, which could help with Gohan because he has one of the highest damage cards in the game. I believe he's at full potential 295%, which is insane. So having that extra defense could make this guy extremely bulky, especially with the amount of disrupt he has with the key reduction and the card destruction and the healing. Yeah, solid equipment. I would very much run this over this one, but if you have it, it's a lesser option, but still pretty significant, pretty useful. Alright, now we're going to be moving on to some more team-specific builds. Let me just move this over here. Yeah, so this one, it is an Awakened equipment for Cell Saga. Again, Bonanza, pretty required. It's giving 12% base offenses, and then you get to choose between either offense in slot 2, and you get up to 10% to pure blast attack when, or pure strike or blast attack when Saga or Cell Saga and Saiyan is a battle member. Or yeah, and then slot 3 is giving 12% HP. This is a very good array of both offensive and defensive stats. The defensive being the HP, but the main unit that you're running with this guy, or you know, if you were to run a Saiyan Cell Saga member, if we just go into character selection real quick, let's see, let's just go into Cell Saga. The main one is going to be the Zenkai Super Vegeta. He is actually a very good Zenkai. They did him right with his Zenkai because he was so piss poor on release. But yeah, he's very strong. If you do end up running these two together, you could slot in like Ultra Namek Goku or the Fusing Super Gogeta as your third. That could be a pretty strong team with the Revive and the KO Guard, or just the overall offensive power. But yeah, that is the main unit you want to run if you are trying to get the full potential out of this equipment. But this is very specific, so it's not very necessary. Next up is this one. You're facing me now. You find it kind of weird because there's Super Saiyan 4 on the cover, but this is giving 15% to base strike attack and defense, as well as base blast defense, and then it's giving 15% to pure strike attack when Super Saiyan 4 is a battle member, and then 15% to pure blast defense when melee type is a battle member. Obviously, Gohan fits the melee type, but Super Saiyan 4, with the release of Ultra Super Saiyan Full Power Goku, whatever they call him in this game, you could very well have a team with Namek Goku, Super Saiyan 4, and the Revival Gohan, and Super Saiyan 4 will give you the slot 2. So yeah, very strong array of equipment. Now obviously on that team, Super Saiyan 4 is severely nerfed with the lack of buff removal, lack of sub-count manipulation, lack of endurance, lack of, I think it's like 20% damage and damage card, but still probably could run that as a very good team. So this is a pretty good equip for Gohan when you do have this equipment, or even on Super Saiyan 4 Goku himself. Because, well, I guess not Super Saiyan 4 Goku because he's a range type, but yeah, Gohan could benefit greatly with having Super Saiyan 4 as a battle member. This one, Cell Saga. Yeah, pretty good equipment. It is awakened, so once again, you want a Bonanza, 20% base defense, 20% base strike defense, and then 25% base blast defense, and then slot 3 is giving 15% to pure offenses for each Sun Family or Cell Saga battle member. Again, on that team with Namek Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Goku, this could be a very strong equip. I wouldn't call this a must run, but this is still up there as being one of his better equipment. Very strong. No, pure double offense is always going to be very powerful, as well as the defense for the extra bit of tanking. Very good equipment, not much else to say about this. Slot 3 is for Sun Family. It's giving 15% to either base defenses, and then 2 and 3 are giving 20% base blast defenses, and then 12% to pure offenses when 3 battle members are Sun Family. Same team, even on Hybrid Saiyans, because you're not really running a Trunks on... No, you're not really running a Trunks on Hybrid Saiyans right now, because there isn't a good one. But yeah, Sun Family, this is alright. The numbers on it have been kind of power creeps. 12% pure offenses is just kind of whatever, because we're getting up to like 15%, 20% nowadays. But, you know, if you don't have any other option, this is an okay alternative. This one is the equipment that released with the Z Power event for the Gohan. For Hybrid Saiyans, it's giving 15% blue card damage, it's giving 15% strike defense, and then 30% blast defense, as well as 30% strike attack. This equipment in particular is going to be better when your unit is low stars or just doesn't have access to a Zenkai buff. Because nowadays I'm running into a lot of Gohan on leader and then both Super Saiyan 4 Ultras. So on that team, if you want his only full Zenkai buffer is the blue GT Pan, but she doesn't have the GT Z ability. So Both Super Saiyan 4s are lacking AZ ability, even though they are receiving the Ultra ability, which I think is a bad trade-off. So what I have resorted to is not giving Gohan a Zenkai buffer, Zenkai buffing each of the Super Saiyan 4's once, and then either putting an HP buffer as the purple EX Soup Cake Goku, or you use another Zenkai buffer like the green Super 17 or something for Vegeta like the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. But yeah, so this equipment is going to be a lot more useful in that scenario because Gohan doesn't have a Zenkai buffer, so base stats are going to help him a little more in that department. Very strong equip though, very good array of stats. His blue card hits like a truck, so slot 1's going to be very helpful for him. This equipment is very similar in the situation. It's giving 20% base blast defense, 12.5% to base strike attack, and then blue card damage, and the slot 3 is giving 25% to base strike attack. Again, this is going to be more helpful for you if your Gohan either does not have a Zenkai buffer or he's lower starred. Good alternative. I still believe I would use this one over that one because it's just giving a better array of stats. Yes, this one is more offensive in that it's giving, what, 37.5% to base strike attack, but I'd much rather have double defenses, especially with this guy with the 295% damage guard potential. So, but if you don't have this one, if you can't farm it, then if you already have this one, might as well use it. Next one, this is another co-op equipment. Let's see. This is for either Android Saga or Cell Saga. It's giving 12% base health and then 15% to pure blast attack when Vegeta Clan or Regen is a battle member, and then 15% to pure strike attack when Sun Family or Androids is a battle member. Obviously, you want a melee and strike. He fits his own condition, but slot 3 is a little more niche in that it's giving 15% to pure defenses when 3 battle members are any combination of Android Saga or Cell Saga. There aren't that many of those right now that are viable. If we just go ahead and take a look first at Android Saga, not anyone really here besides Future Gohan. Future Gohan is one option, and then Cell Saga, you have Ultra Cell, whose defenses are piss poor now. We have IT Goku, whose defenses are piss poor, and we have Super Vegeta. So if you would like to run a team where, let's say, Super Vegeta is on leader slot, and then you have the Gohans on, Gohans as your other battle members, that could work, but obviously this is a lot more niche, and you probably won't fit these conditions in high ranks half of the time, or majority of the time, actually. So yeah, more niche pick, but solid equipment. This one is also, pretty niche. This is for Cell Saga, another co-op equipment. 10% HP, 15% to base offenses, and then 10% to pure blast attack when Android is a battle member, and then 10% to own strike attack if there are 2 or more Cell Saga battle members. Now, Ultra Cell does fit both of these conditions. If you do want to run some niche picks, like Android 13 can fit number 1, but then that would mean you'd have to have another Cell Saga battle member, and I guess Super Vegeta, or even Gohan on androids. I guess that could work too. But yeah, pretty niche as now because there's not many. There's no good team composition where you can fit a lot of these high units up, and they're fulfilling these conditions. All right, time for the more defensive options. This one, co-op equipment. This is Sun Family. This is base strike, either base strike or blast attack 32%, and then you're getting 12% base defenses and then 12% of pure defenses when Saiyan and Hyper Saiyan is a battle member. And this is going to be very good, especially on that team I was talking about with Super Saiyan 4 and Namekoku. Yeah, that fills it. Again, the numbers have been power crept. Only 12% to both base and pure is kind of now, but if you want to build the Gohan more defensively just to have him tank, he is getting the strike 1, 32% strike, so you have some offenses in here, but slot 1 is one of those either or. Now, this doesn't really affect me as much because all I've been rolling is the strike 1, but yeah, the strike 1 is what you need. Kind of an equivalent. There's definitely better defensive options, such as this one. This is giving 30% to both defenses base, and then giving 10% HP and 10% blue card damage. Very powerful array of defensive stats. 30% base defenses on top of 10% HP is very, very powerful. I believe this did release when the Ultra Gohan, the green one, released with the armor break. Put 10% blue card, I already talked about it. Blue card is very powerful, so having that extra blue card damage could help this character a lot. Next up is this one. This is another Awaken equipment. This is giving 15% base blast defense and then 30% base blast attack, 15% base strike defense, and then 6% to, or up to 18% to pure strike defense per Hybrid Saiyan battle member. Gohan is an offensive type or a melee type, so slot 2 isn't really helping him that much, but obviously you're going more for the defensive. Not really, I'm just putting this out there, this isn't all that great for him, especially when one of the most recent PvP equipment is a lot better. This was from last season, so if you didn't farm it then, you're gonna have to wait like a month or two before they release this in the equipment metal shop. But this is giving 20% to base blast defense, 12% HP, 10% blue card damage, and then 25% to pure strike defense if the character is Hybrid Saiyan. This is by far his best defensive equipment because it's giving base HP and it's giving pure defense. 25% is pretty, not even pretty, it's very powerful. This will definitely help Gohan be more annoying, make him tank a lot better through his revive. And yeah, this is by far his most defensive equipment. So just to recap, good amount of equipments. I believe that the his best options are going to be as followed. This if you're running a full Hybrid Saiyan setup. This as well if you're running a full Hybrid Saiyan setup. This one, no, not that one. This one if you're running him next to Super Saiyan 4 Goku. This one if you're running either the Hybrid Saiyan setup or the, next to the 2 Gokus. This one if you do not have him at high stars or you don't have access to a Zenkai buff. This one I would say if you don't have him at lower stars and you don't have a Zenkai buff, and this one just all around defensive. So the team I have right now is, I have a bunch of different teams, but the main one I would say is going to be this guy next to the, I believe it was the Ultras. That's one of them. So I would say this one, and where is it? This one. These three are going to be a very good combination of giving both offensive and defensive buffs to this character. But that concludes this equipment guide video. Let me know your thoughts on that and have fun playing this broken character. See ya.